After mastering the wisdom of pricing and value from Ethikos, Callias returned to Athens and shared his newfound insights with merchants and philosophers alike. Yet, as he observed the bustling agora, he noticed a challenge. How could one determine the exact point where a product's costs and revenues balance? To answer this, Callias ascended once more to Mount Olympus to seek the guidance of his master.
Master Ethikos, I have returned with another question. After learning about pricing strategies, I now wish to understand the balance between costs and revenue. Alexios, who crafted the Tears of Athena, must have known this balance. How did he determine the point where his product became profitable?
Callias. Your journey into the art of trade deepens. To answer your question, I must tell you another tale. The balance of the forge of Alexios and the divine wisdom granted to him by Hephaestus. It is a lesson what merchants in the agora call the break-even point. As Alexios rests in his cot, the flames of Hephaestus' forge appear in a dream, then spoke.
Alexios, to ensure the success of your Tears of Athena, you must master not just the craft, but the numbers behind it. To know when your venture thrives, you must learn the balance of costs and revenue. Begin by understanding the components. Fixed costs, these are the expenses that remain constant, regardless of how much you produce. For your Tears of Athena, this includes the care of the sacred olive grove, the wages of your workers, and the offerings to the gods. Variable costs, these change with each unit produced. The vials for the oil, the wax seals, and the transport to the agora all fall into this category. Selling price per unit, this is the price the people of Athens will pay for a single vial of your divine oil. Contribution margin, calculate this by subtracting the variable cost per unit from the selling price. It is what remains to cover your fixed costs and, eventually, yield profit. To find your break-even point, divide your fixed costs by the contribution margin. This will tell you the number of vials you must sell to cover all costs. Beyond this point lies profit, but fall short, and your venture falters.
So, Alexios calculated how many vials of Tears of Athena he needed to sell to cover his costs.
Indeed, Callias. Let me simplify it for you. Imagine Alexios spent 100 drachmas on maintaining his grove and workers. Each vial of oil cost him 2 drachmas to produce. He priced each vial at 5 drachmas. 5 drachmas, i.e. selling price, minus 2 drachmas, i.e. variable cost, equals 3 drachmas per vial. Hence, break-even point equals 100 drachmas, i.e. fixed costs, 3 drachmas, i.e. contribution margin, equals 34 vials. Thus, Alexios needed to sell at least 34 vials to recover his costs.
Master, this knowledge is invaluable. By understanding their costs and revenues, the merchants in the agora can plan their ventures wisely.
Exactly, my apprentice. But remember, the break-even point is only the beginning. Once Alexios understood this, he went further. He aimed not just to break even but to generate surplus drachmas to reinvest in his grove. He adjusted his price to ensure both affordability and profit. By refining his production, he reduced variable costs without sacrificing quality.
With the wisdom of Hephaestus and Ethikos, Callias returned to Athens, ready to share the art of balancing costs and revenues. And so, the merchants of the agora thrived, guided by this divine lessons.